How's it going, eh? This is Keh27 with a review of Swordsman, which came out on September 25th for the PSVR. I had meant to get this review out closer to its release date, but every time I started, a new update came out. Swordsman VR is developed by fellow Canadians Sinn Studio of Toronto, Ontario, and they were kind enough to provide me with a review code. All footage is captured from gameplay on the original PS4. The game has you playing as the titular swordsman who bears the mark of the gods, and really that's about all the story you get or even need in the beginning. As the swordsman, you battle waves of enemies across 4 lands, each containing 10 stages including a boss fight at the end, all leading up to a final boss. The enemies get tougher as you progress, but you can improve your stats and purchase new gear by gaining experience and gold through the arenas if you get stuck along the way. The arenas allow you to adjust the difficulty of the enemies and how many rounds to complete. The higher both go, the more gold and XP you gain upon winning. Gameplay-wise, the combat feels good. Weapons have a decent weight to them, and parrying the enemies gives great feedback, making it really feel like you're blocking solid steel. Parrying at the right time also grants chronokinesis, which essentially slows time down a bit, allowing you to go in for a face stab, wail on the enemy, or retreat and reassess and heal up damage. The game uses move controllers, and while the movement does seem a bit strange at first compared to other titles, it soon becomes almost second nature. Visually, the scenery is a bit on the blurry side, but again, I'm playing on the original PS4. Not to mention, you will be mostly focused on the enemies anyway, which isn't a huge problem. The levels offer a decent variety of backgrounds, though you'll be in the same area across the time in each chapter. The enemies themselves, while looking different enough with their weapons, shields, outfits, etc., do all tend to mostly attack the same way, some a little faster than others, such as the samurai. One place where the game really shines is the sound design. The music that kicks in really pulls you into battle, and the in-game sounds are just as good, with the clanging of steel, the thud of wooden shields, and even the rustling of your armor when you move around. I did come across a few strange physics-based anomalies in the beginning. If too close to the enemy, sometimes their arms fold in on their backs, and other times your own weapons might get stuck in your opponents, or your arms get caught on the scenery. But these really aren't game-breaking in any way and fix themselves upon moving. Sinn Studio has already released a few patches adjusting some of these, and has also added some new things, such as axes and even a special Halloween-themed item, the Cursed Axe. There are plenty of settings you can play with as well for VR comfort, including the always appreciated option for smooth turning and its speed, the weight simulation of weapons, movement control, and a couple options for anti-aliasing. While TAA makes the text much clearer, it does cause jitters, so I stayed with the FXAA. You can also adjust some of the combat options, such as disabling face stab insta-kills to make things a little more challenging. Currently, the game is available on PSVR for $19.99 US or $26.99 Canadian. It's also available on Steam for slightly less. Overall, I'm really enjoying Swordsman. The combat feels great, and I think if we could take that, combine it with some of the puzzles from Shadow Legend, and say the open world of Skyrim, it would make for a kick-ass VR D&D. Swordsman VR is an enjoyably fun sword fighting experience and, in my opinion, worth its current asking price, especially with new modes and additional updates in the pipeline.